All right, let me call ahead and call the case. The court is calling cause number 2020 DCM 1140. This is a hearing on a petition filed by the Attorney General's office. It's entitled A Suit Affecting Parent-Child Relationship with an Acknowledgement of Paternity. Parties in this case are Jonathan Martinez and Yvonne Rivera, who are present before me on the Zoom application. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am the Associate Judge for the Title 4D Court here in El Paso, Texas. We are conducting this hearing based on a Zoom application since we cannot appear in court because of the pandemic crisis that's going on. This matter is being live streamed through the YouTube channel. That is to comply with the Texas rules that we have to keep open courts available to the public. However, as soon as we finish this hearing here today, that live stream will be taken off the YouTube channel and will be taken off the YouTube channel. I am also recording the evidence on the computer-generated audio recording system. I'll ask parties not to talk over each other, one person talking at the same time, because we may have some audio problems. I want to avoid any audio problems, okay? Conduct yourselves as if you were in court here today. In fact, you are in court and you all are in front of me conducting this hearing. All those matters being said, then we'll go ahead and proceed on the case. Ms. Kaplan, what is the announcement in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is ready and wishes to present the acknowledgement of paternity in this case for in-camera inspection.
Okay. All right, let me ask both parties first of all. Mr. Martinez, are you ready to proceed today, sir?
Yes.
And Mr. Rivera, are you ready to proceed today as well, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, I'll ask both of you, please raise your right hand so I can swear you both in. You and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Rivera, I didn't hear your response.
I swear.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right. Okay, Ms. Kaplan, go ahead.
The state calls Ms. Rivera as a witness.
All right, go ahead. She's been sworn in.
Ma'am, what is your name?
My name?
Yes.
Yvonne Rivera.
And who are you the mother?
I'm sorry?
Who are you the mother of?
Yes.
Inez?
Who is Caleb?
Our
Ma'am.
our son,
And how old is he?
he's 4.
And who does he live with?
Me.
And how long has he lived with you?
Well, he's been with me since he was born.
And do you live in El Paso, Texas?
Yes.
And who is Caleb's father?
Jonathan Martinez.
And did you two ever sign a document stating that you are the parents of Caleb?
The birth certificate.
The birth certificate, yes.
Okay. Do you recall signing another document called an acknowledgement of paternity?
In the hospital, yes, they send me to go sign another paper.
Mr. Martinez, they'll ask you questions individually, sir, okay? Right now, Mr. Rivera is testifying.
Oh, okay. It's because they're asking.
Mr. Rivera,
Yes,
do you
sir.
remember signing an acknowledgement of paternity in this case at the hospital?
Yes, we signed a paper.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Kaplan.
Thank you. And who makes the major decisions for Caleb regarding his health care
I do.
and education?
But I I always tell his dad, like what's happening with him.
And would you like to allow Mr. Martinez the ability to make those decisions together with you in the future?
With me? Yes.
And do you have any plans to leave El Paso for work or educational purposes?
No.
Are you from El Paso?
Yes.
Does your family live in El Paso?
Yes.
Does Mr. Martinez's family live in El Paso?
Some of them.
And what type of visitation would you like Mr. Martinez to have?
Well, we already talked about it was, I believe, the one day of a week and then every other weekend.
Have you picked a location to pick up and drop off Caleb for visitation?
His mom's house.
And you feel safe exchanging Caleb for visitation at Mr. Martinez's mom's house?
Yes.
And you'd like Mr. Martinez's mom to be there during the visits as well?
Well, yeah. It's her house.
Do you know if Mr. Martinez is working?
No, he's not.
What type of income does he have?
He doesn't have any income. He just has his what were you telling me about what he gets?
Now, did you tell me that Mr. Martinez receives Social Security?
Yes.
And how do you know he receives Social Security?
Because he told me.
Do you know if it's SSI or SSDI?
That's the thing you asked me and I don't know, so I believe I just know it's Social Security, but that's it.
Okay. Do you know if Mr. Martinez has any other children?
Yes, he has 2 more with another girl.
And are those children under the age of 18?
Yes. And
Is
he
he
is for them.
he pays child support for them?
Uh-huh.
Do you have health insurance for Caleb?
Yes.
What type of health insurance?
The Medicaid?
Do you have any other type of insurance for Caleb?
No.
Does Mr. Martinez have insurance for Caleb?
No, he's just the one I have him.
Okay. Do you feel that it's in your best interest and Caleb's best interest that your address and other personal information not be disclosed in a court order?
Yeah.
And what is the reason?
Like it's because his dad knows where I live and his mom knows where I live, so it's not that private.
But in the future, if you choose to move, would you prefer to have your information kept private?
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you separate from Mr. Martinez?
Like 2 years ago.
And has he provided support since that separation?
Yeah, he helps me.
How much has he given you?
200 a month.
And are you seeking back child support?
No.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Other,
The state calls Mr. Martinez.
Yes.
Mr. Martinez, what is your name?
My name is Jonathan Martinez.
And who are you the father of?
I'm the father of Caleb Martinez and the father of Madison Gonzalez and Karen Gonzalez.
Okay. And specifically, the child that you have with Miss Rivera is Caleb, correct?
Yes, that's Caleb.
Caleb is the only child that you have with Miss Rivera, correct?
Yes.
And who does Caleb live with?
Well, he mostly stays with Miss Rivera, but every time she works, she brings him here, and then every time she gets out to work, she picks him up here at my mom's house. And then every other weekend, I stay with him, and then the other weekend she stays with him.
So Miss Rivera drops Caleb off at your mom's house every day when she goes to work?
Yes, ma'am.
And how many days a week does she work?
5 days out of the week.
And do you remember signing the acknowledgement of paternity at the hospital?
Yes.
And what type of visitation would you like to have with Caleb?
Well, that's the same. Well, if we can keep it the same, it would be awesome.
So you want Caleb to come to your house every day when Miss Rivera is working and then visit him every other weekend?
That would be, yeah, well, that's how we were doing it.
Okay.
Because
And-
sometimes she gets out late, and I don't mind taking care of my son. So
Okay. What income do you have, sir?
just on my Social Security,
And is it SSI or SSDI? Do you know?
it's SSI.
SSI?
Yes,
How long have you been receiving SSI?
3 years.
Do you also receive SSDI?
I think so. I'm not sure. I need to ask my mom to see the papers, right? But I do receive SSI.
Okay. But do you also receive SSDI?
Yes.
Do you have a paper you could look at to see how much of each benefit you receive, sir?
Yes, that's what my mom's looking for.
Okay.
¿Cuánto? I receive one. A ver, you don't have something to show? Because I receive 124 for the DI.
$124 a month for SSDI?
Yes, she's just trying to find because she has a lot of papers.
And you have 2 other children that you are court ordered to support under the age of
Yes.
18? And do you have health insurance for your children, sir?
Yes. No, I don't.
They get Medicaid.
Oh no, they get Medicaid.
Okay. Do you, when did you separate from Miss Rivera?
When?
When?
Like 2 years ago?
And have you provided support since the separation?
Yes.
How much support do you give her?
I give her 200 each month.
How are you able to give her $200 every month and support your other two children?
Out of my check.
Out of $124?
No, it's because I get two check. This one's for 100 for the SS. This is
You get 124.
I get 124 for the SSTD, and then the other one, the SSI, I get 680.89.
That's how you get 674.
This is for the first one you were talking about, the STD, right?
That's the SSDI?
Yes, that's how much I receive
You get
each month.
106?
Yes, and then this is the SSI one.
Okay, can you hold the paper further away from the camera so I can see the amount? Do you know where the amount is on the
It's
paper?
right there.
Oh, right, okay, I see it, I see it. All right.
Mira, ese es el nuevo que-
Okay, thank you, sir, for showing me that paper.
Yes.
Ya, sí.
And do you have any other sources of income?
No, not right now.
Okay, and do you have any safety concerns regarding anyone?
No.
Would you prefer that your address and other personal information not be written on a court order?
Doesn't matter.
Ya no me-
And would you like to continue to participate in major decision-making regarding Caleb?
Yes.
And do you have any plans to move outside of El Paso for work or educational purposes?
No, not at the moment.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Any other questions or any other evidence?
No other evidence from the state at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. I have a couple of questions. Ms. Rivera, does Caleb receive any benefits from Social Security from because of Mr. Martinez?
No.
All right, Mr. Martinez, does Caleb receive any income from your SSI or disability?
No, sir.
Now, SSDI, that's the disability. Are you receiving disability benefits?
Yes, sir.
Are you disabled?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long have you been receiving disability benefits?
For like 3 years, 3.5 years.
2 years? Okay. And your son doesn't receive any benefits at all?
No, but I didn't know. I
Just a
didn't.
minute. Just a
she
minute,
was-
ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. I'll come back to you.
It's because my mom was telling me that she needs to apply something that so they can give him some benefits of mine
Okay.
to Caleb.
Okay. All right. That's what I was trying to find. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Rivera, what is it that you want to tell me, ma'am?
She was telling right now when we were at the room, she was Miss Keepan. She was telling me about in case that like Jonathan is under Social Security and was apply for my son for
Okay,
like to apply under his Social Security, but I'm not like too sure how that works.
okay. So, but right now Caleb does not receive any benefits because
No,
of Martinez. No?
no.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, any other questions, Ms. Kaplan?
Also,
Uh, Your Honor, the state has no further questions at this time.
Okay, all right, based on the testimony, I need for you all to be listening, please. I'm going to go ahead and appoint both parties joint managing conservators of the child. Now that both of you share the same responsibilities, duties, and privileges with regard to Caleb. We all seem to be able to talk to each other. There doesn't appear to be any conflict or dispute or anything like that. So that's why I'm appointing both of you joint managing conservators of the child. Caleb will, Ms. Rivera will have the primary possession of the child. Mr. Martinez, you will have possessory rights with regard to the child. It seems to me that the parties are able to agree upon visitation between them. Caleb is already 4 years of age, so usually we order, and I'm going to go ahead and order the standard visitation schedule. Standard visitation schedule is that during the week, um, Mr. Martinez, the child will be with Mr. Martinez for a couple of hours during the week and on alternating weekends, like first, third, and fifth weekend. And then it also provides for visitation during certain holidays, like the ones that are coming up, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's all set out there in that standard visitation schedule. Now, if you all agree on different times and dates, that's fine with the court. As long as you agree, there's no dispute, no argument about that, okay? So if you want to visit at any other time with Caleb, that's fine, if both parties are in agreement with that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and order the geographical restriction. Doesn't appear that there's there's been no testimony concerning any family violence in the past. I'll go ahead and order the non-disclosure that no information be disclosed in a court order concerning the parties, such as their addresses, telephone numbers, and all that, not to be in the court order, but you are supposed to keep each other informed of any addresses or changes or anything like that, okay? Granted. And, all right, child support obligations, what is the state's recommendation, Ms. Kaplan?
Your Honor, based on the fact that SSI is not considered child support for the purposes of calculating child support, utilizing the SSDI benefit amount only of $106, giving Mr. Martinez credit for 2 other children that he's quartered to support that are under the age of 18, with credit for a $3 cash medical support obligation, the state has calculated guideline child support to be $16 a month.
Okay. Any retroactive support?
Your Honor, the retroactive support judgment based on $16 a month for the past 24 months would be $384. The state is requesting a repayment of $5 a month if the court chooses to award this judgment amount.
Okay. Right. The way child support is calculated, let's see, Mr. Martinez is somewhere. All right. Normally we order
hello?
support. Okay, the child support recommendation is to set child support at $16 a month. That takes into account the benefits that Mr. Martinez is receiving. Now, if parties do apply and Caleb does start to receive disability or whatever benefits because of Mr. Martinez's, then that can be changed at some point later on down the line. But I'm going to order child support at 16, that's $16 a month, and then medical support at $3, medical support to cover the health insurance for Caleb. Right now, he's receiving governmental assistance or government health plan. $3 will be the medical support. This is to commence on November 1. Based on the testimony of Ms. Rivera and Mr. Martinez that he has been providing support for the child for the past 2 years, I'm going to order that there be no retroactive or no back child support. No retroactive support. All right. Does that address all the issues in this case?
Your Honor, is the obligation to begin November 1st?
Yes, ma'am. November 1.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Any other questions, Ms. Kaplan?
No, Your Honor.
Any other questions from Ms. Rivera, Mr. Martinez? Any questions?
No.
Ms. Rivera, any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right. Ms. Kaplan will go ahead and prepare the order. She'll send it to me so I can sign it. Once I sign it, it'll be filed with the clerk's office, and both of you will receive a copy of the orders. Okay. All right, then. Well, that will conclude our hearing for today. Thank you all very much for your participation and working these matters out and doing everything that you all can to make sure that this little guy is okay. No problems there. Last both parties, so you all can go ahead and sign out now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, Judge.
You too, sir. Take care. Be safe out there.
For you, Miss Kaplan,
Yes?
can you give me the link you told me you were going to send me, please?